All right, doing some last minute stuff on this 74 Norton. The bad news is the mechanics, excuse me, I keep saying that, the machinist's shop has closed up for a vacation period. I don't know where they're going, but it's closed up tighter than a drum. I talked to my machinist. He can't get into his shop until the 17th of the month. That's where he works. So the side stand mount is going to be delayed. I'm going to offer the client the opportunity to take the bike and ride it and enjoy it and use the center stand. And when we get the side stand adapter made, bring it back and we will go through the assembly process. In the meantime, I've got the foot brake, the brake pedal off. And over here, I have this new one, different one that he brought over that came with the bike. And it's worse, it looks worse than the one that was on the bike. Now, the one that was on the bike was bent, and I decided to try putting it in the press and straightening it out, and I was quite successful. So I'm going to put the one that was on the bike back on the bike, and you can see that when I slide it on here, I'm working one-handed. It's pretty straight. I'm not upset with that at all. So I might bend it out just a little bit more, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to put this one back on. I'm going to take off all the bits and pieces, clean them all up, and put them back together, and put that one back on. Now I will also lubricate this cable because it's incredibly tight. As a matter of fact, I can't move it. Yes, I can. There. Okay, but it's very tight. So I'll clean and lube that. Then I will install this battery tender, the connection for it. And at that point, that's as far as I need to go or can go on this bike. And we'll talk to the client and see if he wants to leave it here pending the side stand, or if he wants to pick it up and take it and ride it for a while pending the side stand. And that's where we are this morning. Okay, the bike is set aside. It's completely complete, theoretically, pending the side stand, which we will discuss. I was able to straighten out the brake to the point where I like it. It's just fine. And that leaves the nicer looking brake assembly on the bike. I cleaned up all the hardware, cleaned up the cable and lubricated it, and so it looks good. Set the brake switch. So that was done. While I did that, Kevin ran the charge adapter, which we always, on all our bikes, put right here on the driver's side. I call it the driver's side, the left side of the bike, and it just hangs right here, and you can hook a battery maintainer to it. Now, the thing of it is, that's important, it has a covered contact and a insulated contact, which is great for US bikes, Japanese bikes, all the bikes in the world except for these old British bikes. On these old British bikes, since they are a positive ground, that makes this the hot contact. If it touches anywhere back here, it's going to spark and pop the fuse that's built into this charge adapter. So it's real important when you put these on your bikes to keep the cap on. Don't let the cap come off. And I can't do it one-handed, but as soon as I finish this video, I will put it back together. Okay, now there you go, that's better. So anyway, the bike is theoretically done. We've done one nice test ride, and I'll let it sit here until the owner decides if he wants to take it or let it sit. And it's a nice looking bike. I've got a pretty much empty shop. Isn't that cool? This is the only bike that's sitting here complete. My two bikes are over there under the shrouds. And I have the 75 Norton back on the lift, facing out because I will have the new front tire put on it next week. And then I've got to go back to the 75 and finish putting the wires, completing the wiring modifications that were necessary and connecting all of these guys. So it'll be neat. So I may do some more today. It's a little warm in here, and that's the way it is. So the fun continues.